Well, hey, finished getting myself ready just before the live stream, and floppy hair is everywhere yet again. Hey, guess who actually went into the office today? That's why I'm wearing this. So I might take advantage of the fact I'm wearing it and make a cocktail video because I'm dressed up. But I actually went into the city to work today. That was fun. No, it wasn't. I fucking hated it. Going to be working from home again for as long as possible because going into the city sucks. So unless I have another reason to go to the city, I'm not doing it for work. Fuck that. Anywho, yes. So what's it? Thursday. As we're fond of saying in Angryland, Thursday is virtually Friday, which might as well be the weekend. You know, so might have a drink or two. Got a few things to drink. Evening, Big Pat, rest on days. Evening, Chris. Evening, Stella. Shieldsy did leave a comment an hour ago. I'm not 100% sure where he is now. And hello, Raiders. Yes, I think it's time to be thinking of the weekend, quite honestly, and what we're going to get up to. I got my glasses adjusted today. I'm happy they're not squeezing my head anymore. Fox of Fate, hello and good evening. And I had last-minute technical problems. My fairy lights wouldn't come on. Yeah, Kelsey King, you know the answer to that. Fairy lights wouldn't come on. They're a USB plug-in thing, and the bit, you know, the plug thing that I plug the USB into wasn't lighting up. But sometimes those fuck up and die, and so I have another one. I went and got it, and went, does that work? No, that works. So yeehaw. Thank you, Pat, for the happy birthday for this week. Yes, Chris, for the immediate future, I can work from home. We'll see what happens as time goes by. But yeah, I mean, there are worse things in the world. It was really funny because, like, when I went out on Saturday night with Mrs. Angry in the city, it was friggin' huge crowds, absolutely friggin' huge crowds. I was really surprised by how crowded it was. Like, everyone was there, lines at venues, and it was really over the top. And then I go into the city today, and because I didn't get up super early, I thought the public transport would be really crowded. I got on a tram, and it was very sparsely populated, which I was pleasantly surprised by. Then I got into the middle of the city, like Burke Street Mall, and very sparsely populated. So it appears people in Melbourne do want to go out in the city. They do not want to work in the city. The difference was incredibly noticeable. James Paradiso, have I heard of Jack Daniels? No. Is that some new indie band? Pat, I am reasonably well today. How are you, big guy? Hope you're doing well. And thank you, Celtic King. If it gets out of HQ, we're fucked. I'm not exactly sure what we're referring to there because I get confused easily. I'm not sure what I said that would apply to. Chris, I was being very sarcastic. Yes. Jack Daniels is a very big global brand. It's a Tennessee whiskey, I think. Bourbon whiskey. I just felt like being sarcastic for no good reason. Jack Daniels. Jack Daniels. Oh, what does Jack Daniels think we should do with Jack Daniels? Jack Daniels cocktails. Apple Fizz, Fire Shot, Apple Jack, Boulevardier. That's a nice classic. cinnamon smashed apple, Frank's Way, Gentleman's Manhattan, which is a Manhattan made with Gentleman Jack, apparently. Gentleman Jack and Dry, Gentleman Ginger, Gentleman Sour, Fire and Fresh Apple Juice, Jack and Cola, Honey Iced Tea, Honey Smash, Jack Manhattan. Jack's, yeah, okay. Wow, actually, there is actually a lot of ways they're suggesting have it. But where are they? Our story. Tennessee or Kentucky? Our founding. Jasper Newton Daniel. Yeah, Tennessee. I thought it was a Tennessee whiskey. James recommends SodaStream alcohol. Salumi, hello, how are you? Oh, hotel quarantine. Yeah. So, James, I apologize for being sarcastic. I just felt like being sarcastic. Yes, our current vaccination program in Australia is for shit. It's just that we have no virus in circulation, and hotel quarantine remains a really significant risk vector. The federal government has just managed to fuck the quarantine rollout beyond belief. Hopefully it gets on track. Hey, I get to get vaccinated next month. Go to one of the mass vaccinations. That'd be probably my next reason for going into the city would be when I can get vaccinated. There's a vaccination center there, and I'll go in and get the vaccine. Annette, howdy. Silimi eating peach and apricot crumble. Oh, yes. And trying to stop opening. James, you don't like me being... Dude, if you don't like sarcasm, you're going to have a bad time here. You did mention SodaStream alcohol. The one thing, if it's literally a SodaStream, you can't put alcohol in a SodaStream. If you put anything apart from just water in a SodaStream, it will go friggin' everywhere when you do it. There are some specialty ones you get, like I have. They call this one Carbo with a Q, Q-A-R-B-O, because there's a special lid they give you that has like a pressure release seal in it. So you can put whatever you like in this and carbonate it. And so long as you're careful when you're opening it, it won't go everywhere. But your classic SodaStream, if you do anything but water in the SodaStream maker, it will go friggin' everywhere. Then you add syrups. I mean, if you want to drink, you make soda. All sorts of things go great with soda. Do a gin and soda and lime juice, whiskey and soda. All these things. Celtic King, my favorite alcohol. If I was limited, if the world said, oh, you can only have one type of alcohol, I would probably go whiskey. I'd be very upset if someone told me I could only have one type of alcohol, but I'd probably go whiskey because what I like is variety. So, if someone tried to limit me, I'd be very upset. Chris, you're getting your vaccine on the 28th. Going to start working stuff, shooting stuff 10 days later. Travel to San Fran for a wedding a few weeks later. Yay, vaccinations. Excellent stuff. So apparently in May, they're opening up the vaccinations for over 50s with no special conditions, which is me. And so I'm going to get it. And then we'll... and that'll be a bit of a relief to me personally. In the bigger picture, it doesn't make that big a difference. The bigger picture, what is important is for the vaccine rollout overall to stop being fucked. And the federal government is fucking it. Celtic, can you go rum? That's a good choice. That's an excellent choice. Limit yourself to rum. Excellent choice. And yes, James, internet in Australia sucks. Not sure. James, are you in Perth? You're saying there's nice bars in Perth? I've heard there's some real good bars and restaurants in Perth, actually. I am particularly fond of the bar and restaurant scene in Melbourne, where I live. But I've heard there's some very good places in Perth, actually. Salumi, you got you've had the first dose of AstraZeneca. Nice. Fatigue day after it's from high iron, not the jab. Yes, life can be complicated. It was like, okay, and I do understand people being concerned about this thing about AstraZeneca and potential blood clots. The risk of the health risks you face from COVID are orders of magnitude above, like hundreds of times higher than the risk of a blood clot from the AstraZeneca vaccine. Again, the risk isn't zero, but the health risks, if you contract COVID, are so much higher. Stella, you hope we don't get the usual bullshit about what a great guy we have. I think I've missed who we're talking about there. Oh, nice. Chris, you're actually renting an electric car for your great trip. Nice. Oh, okay. Here's the weird thing. I've been rewatching 6 Feet Under with Mrs. Angry, and the first season of which was released literally 20 years ago, 2001. And they're talking about one character drives because he's a hippie in Los Angeles, drives an electric car. And I was like, for fucking real? 20 years ago, people were doing electric cars? Man, I lost all sense of time. That really surprised me, that line about this guy driving an electric car. Ooh, nice. Silumi, cool pizza place in Rundle Mall. You're going to try the deep dish pizza. If I ever get to Chicago, I would definitely try a Chicago deep dish pizza. Never had one. Same deal. If I go to New York, I would definitely get New York pizza. Yeah, Chrissy, that's the thing. It's just time is like, and it was slightly surprising to me talking about electric cars in 2001. Oh, Stella, maybe YouTube's weird auto comment blocking came in, but no. Yes, no, that horrible murderer. Yes, I don't want to hear anything about him except he's worthless murdering scum. Yeah, Chris, you want the old Ranger EV. Nice. Ooh, that's a little bit of news, Justin. George Christensen won't contest the next issue. See you later, Celtic King. Annette, he just before 9/11 distracted everyone. People really thought we'd get the old climate control and shit. It's one of the things that makes me most despair for humanity in the last 3 decades, how science and actual demonstrable fact have become politicized. It's depressing as shit. And I mean, climate change is the big one, but now we had it with COVID as well, with the ridiculous fucking shit. Yeah, I mean, Justin, what was Christensen's excuse? Spend more time in the Philippines? I mean, if he's not contesting the next election, that just makes me think he thinks an investigation's about to uncover something he's been up to, and he's going to skip the country. But who knows? I didn't see it. Okay, I want to pull up the news now to see if it's on the news, if there's any sort of stories about COVID-19. Oh yeah, India is going to fucking hell with COVID getting out of control. Get a martini with your manicure. at Soak, Melbourne's ritzy hybrid beauty and cocktail bar. Yeah, what could possibly go wrong? Looks like there's been a back down on that Australia Post idea of not delivering perishable goods. It's like whoever made that announcement was utterly fucking clueless and didn't know the impact it was. So no, I don't think Christensen rates much in the news. So if I go George Christensen topic slams broken politics in shock retirement. There we go. Oh no, get fucked, as if I'm going to pay for the fucking Courier Mail. Fucking bite me. George Christensen, and he warns of the broken state of politics, signals he won't go quietly. He's been spending up to 10 weeks a year in Philippines and Thailand. Nothing sus. He said he only ever intended to serve 3 terms. Wanted to spend more time with his family. Or his wife, who's caught up overseas due to pandemic border closures. Dear. Yep. To me, that just reeks of he's being investigated. Annette, George Christensen is a National Party MP from far north Queensland, and when you hear the words National Party MP, far north Queensland, you immediately picture something. He's 100 times worse. He is the scum of the fucking earth. Pals around with neo-Nazis. He's absolutely fucked. Yes, Stella, Minister for the Philippines. He spent 300 days in either Philippines or Thailand over a 2 or 3 year period. It's like sus as fuck. Police investigated him and said, well, we didn't find any evidence of a crime, but it's like really high risk activity that risks him being compromised. It's like, yes, hanging out in bars in Southeast Asia could definitely get you compromised. That's a very compromising thing. Well, that's a bit of a surprise. And yeah, he's going to skip the country. Yeah, nothing sus. Nothing sus. Sorry, Stuart, I just saw your line. Be a soak at Soak. You should be in marketing. That's actually probably what they were going for with that name. Just trying to straighten up my tie. There we go. That's a bit better. It's a Far Side tie. It's got Far Side cows all over it. That is an excellent sentence, Raiders. Molly Meldrum spent a shitload of time in Thailand prior to falling off a ladder. Just as a sentence, I fucking love that sentence. Justin, the borders are closed. Yes, but he apparently explicitly said he wants to find a way to get to the Philippines because his wife's there. Shieldsy, you're here. Hello, mate. Right, if I'm going to make a cocktail video, kind of decided on cocktails, didn't we? What was I going to make on cocktails? Difford's Guide, I always steal their cocktail of the day ideas. Okay. So Monday is the 26th. I'm sure we actually came up with some stuff for next week. Intellectual Property Day, Man from Snowy River, Richter Scale Day, Pretzel Day. Well, definitely wasn't going to be any of them. What's the 27th? Koningsdag. King's Day, an orange cocktail. Yes. I could make an orange cocktail with Mando. These are ridiculous cocktails with... Wow. Actually, you know what I need? I need a good limoncello recipe. And then just change Mando. Cocktails and mixed drinks. Cocktail Finder. By liqueur. Choose a liqueur. Limoncello. How many limoncello recipes there? 53. Gennaro's Sidecar. Sidecar's one. What's this got in it? Cognac, triple sec, limoncello. Oh, I'm going to fucking do that. Amando Sidecar. Because that's orange. That's a great one for fucking Orange Day. Yes, Raiders for Richter Scale Day. Something shaken, not stirred. Ooh, Stella, a landslide for Richter Scale Day. I think they call it a mudslide, not a landslide. James, you're full of opinions. Brass Monkey Hotel is bad. Not familiar with it. Oh, convenient. There's a Molly statue in Richmond. I haven't seen it. Fox, why not something with a chocolate whiskey? Well, I'll have to taste the chocolate whiskey. Mega Leech, how are you, sir? And Choking on Ashes, hello. I have not tried the chocolate whiskey. We've got to do an unboxing because it's in a neat box with a dragon on it. It's my dragony ancient wisdom. Sorry, that joke rattled you. Oh, could have been bolder with the geology jokes. All right. Puns coming thick and fast. I've made my signature drink to shut the fuck up, which was basically all of my high proof alcohols. I can't... What the fuck is with this box? It's a weird box. They have confounded me with how this is put together. All right. Sorry, I've worked it out. All right, I'm just going to fucking rip it. Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. James, no, I don't drink beer. Beer's gross. Raiders, it's definitely childproof. I'm just going to rip it. Fucking hell. Ugh. Speaking of packaging, my Archie Rose single malt should arrive in the next week, and they do good packaging. Right. Oh, it's a neat bottle. It is a neat bottle. I may be compelled to keep this bottle. It's a sort of contoured bottle with a stopper. This is actually distilled in 2016. Is that when they put it down, I guess? Yeah, they distilled it in 2016 and it's released now. This is Barrel 2, Bottle 129. Little hand-drawn thing in there, which is quite nice. Earthy and nutty with intense, dark cocoa aromatics. Now, see how good they are. Speaking of marketing, how good are they with their spiel? A bewitching blend of dark cocoa and whiskey combined with the sweetness of wild bush honey, completely redefines whiskey liqueur as we know it. We traveled the world to source the very best cocoa paste, cocoa butter, and cocoa powder before integrating them in an exceptional drop. The cocoa is then carefully toasted and moderately alkalized. The resulting dark cocoa is then generously added to the whiskey oak barrels, which are then hand plunged for several months. With barrel age, the cocoa flavors developed distinctive earthy and nutty characteristics. Subsequently, the blend is carefully filtered before being redistilled to bring out the mild, rather sweet dark chocolate flavor, leaving behind the bitter notes. Ancient Wisdom Malt Choc Whiskey has the richest color, the greatest depth, and the most extraordinary flavor. This meticulously handcrafted blend will take your appreciation of whiskey cocktail to an entirely new level. It's whiskey liqueur, and it's still 40% alcohol, which is quite unusual when usually the ABV comes down. James, I tend to just drink spirits in cocktail form. I just got to finish my non-alcoholic drink before I taste test that, and then maybe make a cocktail. At the moment, the front runner is a Gennaro's Sidecar. Or the other question is, should I stick with my Milk Punch Monday and do a milk clarified cocktail? I don't have to do it every Monday. Oh, definitely. Okay, yes. Wednesday is definitely a tequila mockingbird for Harper Lee's birthday. Definitely doing that. Anniversary of the Mutiny on the Mountie. 29th, Thursday. The Thesaurus's birthday. The 30th, which is Friday. Yeah, Louisiana's birthday. So date the Louisiana Purchase was finalized. Louisiana became the 18th state of the United States. And that's where we get all the great French-tinged Louisiana cocktails, New Orleans cocktails. Sazerac. I was going to make a Vieux Carré. James, have I been to Liquorland? Every now and then they have a good special. I tend to get most of my booze from Dan Murphy's, honestly, or directly from the distiller because I buy a lot of Australian products. The chocolate liquor, this was, okay, you could go direct to Ancient Wisdom, I suppose, but this was actually on special on the Dan Murphy site. Actually, I should go and look up their website. Ancient Wisdom Distillery. They're Victorian. There you go, from Pakenham. Ancient Wisdom Distillery. Handcrafted wines and whiskies made locally in Melbourne, Australia. Welcome to our bar. So, liqueurs, wines, spirits. So, other spirits they make. Barrel-aged gin, something a little bit special. Wintergrain vodka, single barrel. Oh man, maybe I should have bought it direct from them. Shit, I should have looked. But I was getting stuff from Dan Murphy's, and I was only going to get one, what do you call it? Delivery fee if I ordered multiple things from there. Now I'll feel bad if I could have got it for as cheap. 79. Oh no, sorry dudes. I got it $10 cheaper from Dan Murphy's. Sorry dudes. You lose. Or if I like it, maybe I'll buy something else from them directly. They also make a cream and honey liqueur. That sounds kind of boring though. Oh well. Still looking for chocolate tequila. You had one in a Mexican restaurant in Ballarat. I have heard of that. Yeah, Shieldsy, this is very interesting. Be tasting it soon. I'm just holding off on it. Slowly packing them up. So Pakenham might just be where their office is. Bottled by Australian Liquor Company Factory, Southhead Boulevard, Pakenham. So I think they might have like a winery and a distillery, and maybe where it's bottled is in Pakenham. They might not make, though they might make it in Pakenham. I don't know. You know, you can put a still anywhere. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe I'll visit them one day. Then I won't feel so bad if I actually go and visit them. I should now look that up. Can you visit them? Try them again. Okay. Our roots. Taste the difference. Liquor, spirit, wines. Welcome to our bar. Discover our wines. Australia's finest produce. Ooh, they're producing a barrel-aged coffee liqueur. That's a big thing these days. You're always welcome. But contact us. Do you have a cellar door? No. They're not really advertising a cellar door or anything. Ooh, they got a big-ass distillery. Perfect drink. Our secrets. Why barrel aging? Yes. No, they don't seem to have a cellar door. Oh, well. Okay. So, Silumi, Sunday you're actually meeting a guy and having deep dish pizza. That's an excellent positive attitude. Even if the meat's a bust, you get them pizza, which is good. James, okay, cellar door. For anyone who doesn't know, when I say cellar door, it means the actual winery or distillery or whatever has a retail operation where you can go and visit them and buy directly from the thing. Not all wineries or distilleries have that feature. So that was what I was looking for. Basically, can you go and visit their distillery, meet the people who make the stuff, you know, maybe sit down and have a drink or a meal. So like I visited a few places in the last 6 months that have cellar doors, and so there's an actual retail operation where you can sit down and have a drink and maybe something to eat in some cases. So that's where you can sort of get familiar with the product, basically. Oh, nice, Stella. There's Salumi. There's also cocktails at the place you're going to. Nice. That sounds like double win. So now I have to decide, am I going to do the orange cocktail or am I going to do a milk clarified cocktail? Milk Punch Monday. Did I do a clarified porn star? No, that's clarified sex on the beach there, which I might have done a clarified espresso martini before. White Lady. I'm looking at the most popular cocktails on the Difford site because that means people are searching for it. So that's a gin, triple sec, lemon juice. I haven't really done many clarified gin cocktails, actually. A White Lady. That's That's a good question. Should I do that? The first option, sorry, what's the first option? I forget what I say minute to minute. Long Island iced tea. Everyone loves a Long Island iced tea. Gin basil smash, spritz, a dirty banana. That's apparently a popular one's in the top 10. It's been popular for a couple of years. It's in a dirty banana. White gold mellow light rum, coffee liqueur, and banana liqueur, and cream, and an actual banana. Fuck that. Coffee liqueur. Ew, gross. I would swap that out for a chocolate liqueur because I don't like coffee. Wait, I've still got the one I made in the fridge because Aidsy hasn't come around. Ugh. Okay, Salim, yes. Dating is apparently a nightmare, and being stood up and ghosted hopefully doesn't happen anymore. I'm just going to check in the fridge. I think this should be high enough alcohol content to keep forever, but I just thought, Jesus, is this... I hope it doesn't like grown fungus. Nope, it hasn't. Okay. So, this is my mocha cocktail. It's a chocolate coffee cocktail because I got Mr. Black for a competition and it's very coffee-ish and I don't like coffee. So, I sweetened it and I added chocolate. So, it's a mocha. Yeah, it's still got that coffee note going on there. Still tastes like coffee. Jesus. It's really sweet now. It's like really sweet coffee. And I don't like coffee. Whoosh. Jesus, coffee. Ah, man, it doesn't fucking go away, does it? Justin, you and your dad don't like coffee. Grandfather, it's hereditary. It's in your bloodline, man. Not liking coffee. That's just such an excellent plan, Salumi. Plan to meet people at places you want to go anyway. So then at least you're going there. Mega Leech, this is in fact a milk clarified mocha cocktail. So that's tamed it right down because Mr. Black is full on coffee. It's an Australian coffee liqueur, and people who love coffee love Mr. Black because it really tastes like coffee. I don't love coffee. Yeah, well, because Mr. Black is black. It's black coffee. So this has Mr. Black and dark creme de cacao. The bottle's a bit frosty because it's been in the fridge, but the drink is very clear. Look, I'll show you. I've still got a bit of Mr. Black over here. Ooh, that actually does sound fascinating, Raiders. A chemist trying to extract caffeine from a Red Bull. Where did I put the Mr. Oh, it's hiding down here. I don't fucking want to drink it. You go there. You go there. Okay. So this is Mr. Black. It's fucking black. It's opaque. Then it has sediment. Zero coffee. So Mr. Black is freaking black. So this has actually lightened when I did the clarification. So it's, it's clear. You can actually see through it as opposed to this, which is literally fucking black. James, I have no fucking idea what VCGLR is. What the fuck? It's not something I said. Choking on ashes. Boyfriend's no longer interested. Oh, that's fucked. Things are difficult with the lockdown, going to hospital. Oh, gosh. That's tense. That shit is, yep, that is difficult. That's a difficult situation. So many factors in there. I hope whatever ends up happening is good for you in the long run. It's very hard to say anything beyond that because life's so fucking complicated. James, you're drunk. Okay, cool. Did you just Megalich, did you just put that acronym into Google? Shields, do you think the old ancient wisdom is on a new industrial estate in Pakenham? Maybe. I'm just amazed at how clear this is. They've done the old adding cocoa, but then they must have filtered it again to get it that clear. It's beautifully clear. Even by just whiskey standards, it's quite light. Oh, nice, Justin. Keep getting congratulations around the world for your Democrats abroad win. Nice. You really see? Remember you saying you don't like sarcasm, James? And I said you're going to have a bad time with me if you don't like sarcasm. You saying sometimes you say random things. Really? I hadn't noticed. Best get used to the sarcasm if you're going to be around me. So some say sarcasm is a coping mechanism. Maybe that's what's going on. Yeah, choking on ashes. When shit's going wrong, if shit's all now, all we can do is hope for, let's hope for better days in the future, because it's all sort of well, relationships. Am I right? And yeah, I feel extraordinarily lucky to have been in a really stable relationship for 15 years, just like mind-blowingly lucky. So very, very happy. But yeah, okay. I think I finished the non-alcoholic portion of the evening. Right. No, what am I doing there? I want some ice. I'm going to... Right. I want to get my big fuck off glass, and I'll get a big fuck off piece of ice. Right, my big fuck off rocks glass, double rocks glass. Get one of my big fuck off pieces of ice. Right, but I'm going to try the chocolate whiskey at room temperature first, but then I'm going to have it on ice. So, pop the cork of ancient wisdom. There's no actual seal on that. I just realized. Gentle pop. It smells very chocolatey. Yeah, oh my God, it smells so chocolatey. There is no harsh alcohol aroma at all, which is really interesting because it's 40% alcohol apparently. So, splish, 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 splish. A wee dram of the chocolate whiskey. Put that in there. Let it swirl around like a classy motherfucker. It is very chocolatey. It's quite whiskey on the tongue. It's very gentle going down. It's a little bit smoky. Like they've really gone for the dark chocolate on this. Yeah, no, it still has that slight bitterness that dark chocolate has. I'm going to have it on ice now and see what that awakens, because sometimes taste develops as it chills and dilutes a little. We'll put the big ice back in its home. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Sitting on the big ice. Yeah, Megalich, I don't think the smoke is residual from the coffee. I've been drinking other stuff to wash that out. A little bit of ASMR. Ice cleaning. I swear I'm going to do like booze drinking ASMR at some point. Yeah, Raiders, it's a very soft cork pull, isn't it? Well, it's not instantly grabbing me as the best thing ever. I think I need to try it in some very whiskey focused cocktails, like a Manhattan. I mean, I don't have any oranges here, but even I think, maybe it's like an orange peel and express the oils over the drink, and then you get like this Terry's chocolate orange thing going on. It's pretty good though. Cow hugging vegan, like the sound of the ice and the thing. I could put the mic to stereo and just clink it around. It's a nice sound. I like that sound. Right, as you looked into ancient wisdom, location makes sense. They're due south of the Yarra Valley. Yeah, I think they have their own winery and whatnot. What's actually Vieux Carré? Now that's normally with a bourbon, cognac, sweet vermouth. Okay, maybe I should make a Vieux Carré with this and see what it's like. So that's whiskey, cognac, sweet vermouth, Benedictine, and bitters. Yeah, no, actually, I'm doing that. Might not make it till tomorrow night, but I'm going to do that. Fox, it smelled more chocolate than it tastes. It has a very light taste. I think it's kept a little bit of the bitterness of the dark chocolate, and I mean that in a positive sense. Cowing you also love waking to the sound of tinkering dishes at breakfast time. Nice. Oh yes, salumi choc mint. Choc mint would be class. Maybe with just a splash. Maybe I just use fresh mint leaves, actually. I think there are still some mint leaves out in the garden. Maybe just a mint garnish on it. Like slap some mint leaves and sit them in as a garnish. So like not even muddling mint in the drink, just putting some mint leaves as a garnish. So you're sipping it and inhaling the mint aroma. That could be nice. Fox almost suggested a mojito, but that's with rum. Mm. The taste is really light. It's a little bit sharp. It might really work in a vieux carré, actually. I'm going to give it a go anyway. I mean, what would a whiskey mojito be called? I think there's a recipe for whiskey mojito. For whiskey mojito. Of course there is. I knew people would have done whiskey mojitos. And it's just the same recipe as a rum mojito, but with whiskey. So they're saying, yeah, whiskey, sugar, lime, inspiration. Yeah, of course. Of course there is. I knew someone would have proposed a whiskey mojito. It's a typical thing to do. Nice. Salimi, the fruity gin combo worked. Been your go-to this week. Gin just goes really well with fruit flavors, quite honestly. I mean, everything does, honestly. I think whiskey goes well with fruit flavors. It's just a little bit sharp. This is definitely the chocolate, though, as it goes down. It's definitely, and even just on my breath now, as I breathe back and forth, like there's probably no vapor on my tongue and in my throat. It's like, yeah, there is a really light, sort of almost slightly spicy chocolate flavor. It's the chocolate mixed with the alcohol. So, yeah. Raiders. Okay, difference between a single malt and a single barrel. I wish Kirsten was here to correct me. My understanding, a single malt is whiskey made in one distillery. Like the complete whiskey is made in one distillery. The blends, even the big names blends, they basically all the distilleries friggin' swap barrels with each other to come up with blends. So a blended whiskey means the whiskey has come from multiple distilleries. A single malt means it's come from the one distillery. I believe a single barrel would mean this particular expression, this particular whiskey they're putting out. They're like, we haven't even sort of mixed stuff here. We have done the distilling and aged it in a barrel, and it's just gone from that barrel straight to a bottle. We haven't kind of messed with it or balanced it with other stuff we have in the distillery. Ooh, that's an interesting one, Stella. Make a great cocktail blend with Tasmanian Spirit Company's Mellifera. I don't know what that is. Okay, so that Mellifera is a type of bee. Tasmanian Spirit. Tasmanian Spirit. Spirit of the Maker. From aging. Australian distilled, we've melded the natural flavors of Tasmania's lake pedder honey, citrus zest, cinnamon, and other spices in our very own Tasmanian malt. Distinctive sweetness of the wildflower nectar This remarkable honey combined with cinnamon have mellowed the mild astringency of other included spices. These aromas, flavors, have in turn been complemented by the fruity acidity of our citrus. Balanced, delicate ingredients now luxuriate delightfully in our smooth yet distinguished Tasmanian malt liqueur. So that sounds like they've started with a whiskey base and then blended some stuff and turned it into a liqueur, which sounds very interesting. Fox, you reckon I should make a whiskey mojito? I'm not sure how much I would have to, I can't investigate now. It's dark out. I have to investigate how much, if any, mint is in the garden to a whiskey mojito. All right, Stella, the mellifera's fucking yum. Stella, single malts can be aged in multiple barrels, so it could be finished in a Pinot barrel. Yes, that's actually a far, far better explanation. And yes, the aging of a single malt, they can actually run it through several different types of barrels. So single barrel doesn't mean better in any sense. It just means it's one thing. So that is a much better explanation. Thank you, Stella. It is common with single malt whiskies to be aged in one barrel and finished in another barrel to pick up some characteristics. So yeah, single barrel, it means they don't do that. It's just matured in a barrel and that's it. Look, honestly, not legendary first up, but it might be a very good mixer. Tomorrow I'll make a Vieux Carré. So should I bother to do I want to stick with my Milk Punch Monday idea? I was going to make that Mandarin sidecar for Orange Day, King's Day. Should I milk clarify it as well? That is the question. Yes, Raiders. I would also bet it's better than Jack fucking Daniels as well. Shieldsy, that is not an inaccurate statement about barrel-aged spirits being wood-flavored drinks. That is not inaccurate at all. They in fact greatly pride themselves on the wood flavor in many cases, talking about the oak in the barrels. And certainly the color comes from the barrels. Like bourbon in the US has to be made from new oak barrels, but they char the barrels. They burn the inside of the barrels and the thing. Oh, Token on Ashes. I'm firstly dressed like this because I actually went to work in the office today. But second, seeing I'm already dressed the way I would dress to make a cocktail video, I thought I might as well make a cocktail video tonight. So I'm probably going to do that. Yes, sealing with wines. They'll talk about an oaky finish versus a clean finish with a stainless steel barrel. Or you like wood-flavored fish, Raiders? Well, again, lots of, barbecue and stuff where you use specialized wood gets the wood flavor into the meat being barbecued. Americans are super into using specialized wood in barbecues to get particular flavors into the meat. And also, smoked cocktails can be pretty cool as well. Yes, choking on ashes. The clothes are a pretty obvious tip-off, aren't they? Yes. Rays, you like smoking with hickory? Well, what are all the things they like smoking meats with? Hickory, mesquite, applewood, cherrywood. I've got mesquite smoked whiskey over there from Starwood, and it actually has those barbecue characteristics in it. It's quite nice. It really does have the mesquite smoke smell in it, which is very interesting. Safa, hello, good evening. Yeah, I know. Shieldsy, I literally went into the actual office today. I didn't have to dress up. I could have gone in really casual. There was, like I was saying, the floor where I work when it's full is over 200 people, and there were maybe 12 people there today. Fucking weird. And the city's all but a ghost town. People want to go out at night in the city. They don't want to work in the city during the day. Stella, you're trying to work out a smoked barbecue sauce, which is obviously a thing. I've got smoked barbecue sauces in here. I'm sure there are great recipes for it online. There's probably great YouTube videos. You want someone, I think when you're talking about barbecue smoking, you want to find a YouTube video of some American Southerner with an accent so thick you can barely understand them. Just don't mean that and there and there and there. And you got to really concentrate to understand what the hell they're saying. I think that's the real deal for barbecue smoking. If you can get someone with a Southern accent so thick you can barely understand them. That is true, Miss Megaleech. You can actually buy a product called Liquid Smoke that you add to things, and it puts that smoky flavor in. That would be the easiest way to make your sauce and then add some liquid smoke. I'm sure there are more genuine ways. In fact, look, in all seriousness, now I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to open YouTube. How to make smoky BBQ sauce. Oh, interesting. The videos don't have a huge number of views. I thought they'd have millions of views. They got thousands of views. Jack Daniel's smoky barbecue sauce. Yeah, predictably, there are videos on YouTube of how to make smoky barbecue sauce. So you think you liquid smoke's how they usually do it, but you don't want to buy liquid smoke. Yes, only trust American Southerners. Yeah, they're the only ones to be trusted. Yeah, some of those were interesting news stories from this week. Sony changed their mind about shutting down the PS3 and Vita stores, and that weird. Not that I give a shit about sport anywhere, let alone in fucking Europe. But yes, there was going to be that breakaway soccer league, the Super League, and it caused heaps of anger and collapsed within a week of its announcement. And Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic's getting a remake. It was first released in 2003. I am fucking looking forward to the remaster of Diablo 2 because I fucking loved Diablo 2. I played it so much, and I am absolutely, if that remaster of Diablo 2 comes out on the PS4, I am absolutely getting it. Actually, if it comes out on PC, I'll probably get it for PC. Do you think Taswegians are smoking everything they can get their hands on? Probably. Oh my God, the butter churning. 4 liters of cream into butter. Yeah, no, you're doing it the real way. See, remember you were talking about Diablo games. Well, I just saw these articles just going who'd seen the early versions of the Diablo 2 remaster, and they're going, fuck yeah, it's great. And I'm like, I played so many hours of Diablo 2. So I'm absolutely getting the remake of Diablo 2. Okay. I am thinking staying in with my Milk Punch Monday I will do a milk clarified mandarin sidecar. But I'll do it tomorrow because I'll do the milk clarification part before the live stream because that takes literal hours. So maybe I'll make a vieux carré with this now. Why not? Why not indeed? I need to do a clarified dirty banana and call it a clean banana. Yeah, which would involve not actually blending a banana. I'll do that another time, though. I'll do a clean banana. White Lady Vieux Carré. Okay. The Difford's Vieux Carré, equal parts whiskey, cognac, sweet vermouth, then 10 mils of Benedictine, and a couple dashes of bitters. That seems easy enough. Still, I'm not surprised your arms are still sore. But you've got 2 litres of buttercream, a bit over 1.5 litres of ghee out of it for about $15. Well, there you go. What's that old Donna Summer song? She works hard for the money, so hard for the money. No, Safa, I never played any Final Fantasy games. Yes, Choking on Ashes, while out in the sun has its charm, you can also hang out with us for a little while. Go out in the sun later. Mega Leech is a Rise of Nations fan. Never played that either. I don't play that many games. All right, so I'm going to make a Vieux Carré stir drink. It is. All right. Stirring down a Vieux Carré. That is a cunning plan, Choconash. You should definitely hang out with us for a little while and then go and take some sun, which is nice. Still saving money because you're going to be unemployed soon. Look, when you're ready for work, people should be falling over themselves to get you. The fact that you need to take the break for health reasons and like mental health, like you needed to tell them to fuck off. I'm 100% on board with you're a champ. All right, I'm going to put this back in the fridge. You can come out another day. Oh man, I still have some pomegranate in here. Is it okay? It is. That looks fine. I need to turn this into grenadine. I might do that tomorrow. Homemade syrups, kids, dead easy. Just 50% and so unhealthy. 50% sugar, 50% liquid. So I got that sort of pure pomegranate juice. 50% that, 50% water. Warm it up a bit so it's easy to dissolve the sugar, and you get this homemade grenadine, which is so good in cocktails. Right, where's my XO cognac? It's here. Benedictine is here. Mr. Black can go to fuck back. Anyone local, if you visit me, I'll probably just give you this because I don't want it. Coffee liqueur. Double checking that recipe. Sweet vermouth. Midnight sweet vermouth. Do 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 do. Put it in a rocks glass. I'm gonna get drunk off one. I'm gonna be a little bit drunk off one drink. Vieux Carré's got a bit in it. Oh, no, Stella. I just saw you had been second guessing yourself. No. Making that choice to protect yourself and fuck a job off is a really difficult choice to make. And the fact that you made it is fucking legendary, and you were definitely right. I don't think anyone ever makes that decision wrongly. So, gonna make a vieux carré. All right. I just have to set up a couple of things. Right. Let's do that. I'll turn this up so you can see me being silly when I do it. It's 12:12. 9:12 here. My hair's so floppy because I washed it and I didn't put product in it. I'm still not used to having long hair, really. Even though it's been slowly getting... Well, I cut it recently, trimmed it. But it's been getting longer over the last year. But, So I reckon I'm just ready to go. You look gorgeous. Would you mind turning it down a little? That's a lot. Right. I need the bitters as well. 1 dash of Angostura, 2 dashes of Peychaud's. I'm going to clean up my mess a little. Stirring glass, because I'm going to be stirring this. Just a normal rocks glass. Right. Now, where's my Gaz Regan finger? I'll be stirring with that. Give him the finger. The Sex on the Beach video goes live tomorrow, where I managed to get in quite a lot of innuendo about sex on the beach, including Gaz Regan's finger getting in there while I'm doing sex on the beach. Oh, God, Fox, I love the pun. Took a while to get used to long hair, but now it's grown on me. Right. Cocktail of the day. What day was it? I think it was Wednesday. The 28th? Let me double check. 28th? No, that is Harper Lee's birthday. 30th. Sorry, could you turn down a little more? It's just coming through very loud. Sorry? I only wanted to turn down a little bit, not turn it off. Right. No, I'm already registered. Stop doing that. Fox is a ray of sunshine for choking on ashes. Shield's a yes. I'm a little bitter. That's why the bitters suits me. Right. I'm actually going to use this ice in the stirring one. Not even going to crack it. Just going to put a big thing of ice. and my jigger, and then we're ready to go. Right, you bloody well right. Okay. All right. Time to switch on. The fridge deciding to sing the song of its people. That's okay. That's why I put incidental music in the background of my videos, in case the fridge suddenly starts making noise. All right, that looks about right. No, I think it actually has to be a little bit. I need a bloody production crew is what I need. Try that. Yeah, a little bit better. Do that. Yes. Right. Okay. All right, we're ready to go. We are going to make a view carré for the 30th of April. G'day, cocktail lovers. I hope you've been keeping well. Hope you're ready for another cocktail. Going to do one of a cocktail that's in my family of favorites, the New Orleans style cocktails. Because April 30th, when I'm putting this live, it's actually the anniversary of Louisiana being a state in the US. It's the conclusion of the Louisiana Purchase from the French, and so it became part of America. And that whole history of the French down south, New Orleans and whatnot, gave us just a range of great cocktails. One of my favorites is the Sazerac. I've done several variations of a Sazerac. For this video, I thought I'd do another well-known New Orleans cocktail, the Vieux Carré, which, again, someone who's a French speaker is probably going to say, you butchered that pronunciation. To which I'm saying, you speak French, who's listening to you? So I'm just going to go right ahead. There's a lot of these New Orleans cocktails. There's some variation of having like bourbon and cognac and vermouth, and then it's just what else is in there. And it's equal parts of those three in here with a few other elements in it. But let's get down to it now. Let's make a Vieux Carré. To start, I'm being slightly sacrilegious. I'm not going to use an American bourbon simply because I just got this bottle. This is an Australian whiskey liqueur, technically, because they've blended it with chocolate, with various chocolates. It's still 40% alcohol by volume. Ancient Wisdom, they're actually not that far from where I live. Their winery and distillery, but their malted choc whiskey. Just when I heard there was a chocolate whiskey, I had to try it. And I just had this feeling it would work very well in a New Orleans style cocktail, which was another big motivator with me making this one now. I have had a brief taste of this. Certainly is chocolatey, and I haven't had it in a cocktail yet, so I'm going to try it now. And as I said, equal parts of the key ingredients. So we're starting with 3/4 of an ounce, or about 22.5 mils of our whiskey of choice. Ounce and a half. Next up, we're going with some cognac. That's the whole French feel for this one. If you don't have a cognac, you could easily use another brandy in this. There's so much variety even among the cognacs and the different brandies. It's going to be its own drink, slightly different with whatever actual makes you put in. I've got this XO cognac I got recently that is quite nice. So we're going to add 3/4 of an ounce, 22.5 mils of cognac. The last primary ingredient in this cocktail is the vermouth. You want a sweet vermouth, sweet red vermouth to go in. I'm using another Australian product, this one from Maiden Eye. Their sweet vermouth, this is particularly nice. Maiden Eye make great products. So once more, 3/4 of an ounce or 22.5 mils of sweet vermouth. There's a few more ingredients, but in lower quantities than those 3 primary ones. We're also putting in some Benedictine liqueur, just 10 mils, 1/3 of an ounce of this rather tasty herbal liqueur is going in. The finishing touches is some bitters. First, some Peychaud's or another Creole style bitters. We're going to put 2 dashes of the Peychaud's bitters, and we also want just 1 dash of aromatic bitters. I'm going with ye old favorite Angostura, but if you want to try another bitters, go for it. Just 1 dash of the aromatic bitters. Put some ice in my glass because that's what we do. Like most of the New Orleans style cocktails, this is a stirred cocktail. So some ice in our glass, stir away. I'm using Gaz Regan's finger. I won't judge you if you use a spoon for your stirring. Stir it, want it chill down, a little bit of dilution because it's a very boozy drink. Let's stir it for about 15-20 seconds. Man, that tastes good. That tastes fucking good. We strain that just using a Hawthorne strainer into a rocks glass with a big old chunk of ice in there. Didn't use any of my clear ice because I didn't think the drink would be that clear. Now I feel like I've made a blunder because it is quite clear. Beautiful red hue from the sweet vermouth. But now the all-important tasting. It's just lovely sort of light boozy smell of that. And I have a real weakness for these boozy cocktails. And the balance on this is great. Yeah, the whiskey, the cognac, the vermouth, and just the little herbal element from the Benedictine, just a touch, and just sort of livened it up with the bitters as well. But yes, if you want a nice drink to sip, I know this type of thing is often regarded by people. This is like a winter drink. This is a sit down in the cold weather and sip. And I'm getting into the cooler weather here in Australia. Northern Hemisphere, of course, is getting warmer for a lot of people. I am not going to say no to a Vieux Carré any time of the year. This is, well, it's just rich and smooth. It's very lightly sweet from the vermouth. Like there's no sugar syrup in here, so it's not overly sweet. It's a beautiful balance of the components. There's a reason, like this drink's been popular for about 100 years. There's a reason classics are classics. If you like the boozy drinks, this is one to have. And hey, like I said, the anniversary of Louisiana becoming a state in the US, that's as good an excuse as any. Honestly, not that I really need one for a drink like this. I'll have this anytime. But yeah, if you've never tried one, I very much recommend it. If boozy drinks, if you think they're a bit strong, I just recommend you put a lot of ice in your stirring glass and stir it for slightly longer. It will dilute a little. Or for that matter, you could just put 10 mils of chilled water in here. And that would still be a really enjoyable drink. So yeah, if you think you're not really into the boozy drinks, this is actually just incredibly easy to drink. And maybe dilute it a bit more if that's to your taste. And it's not going to be everyone's cup of tea, but honestly, I will have this before a cup of tea. This is great. So I hope this has inspired you to maybe celebrate that glorious history of the French Quarter down in New Orleans. So many good drinks came out of it. The Vieux Carré is just one of them. And I hope you give it a go, or just something else you'd like to drink. And let me know if there's something you'd like to see here on the channel. And hey, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, it'd be great if you did. Hit the little notification bell. Leave me a comment about what you'd like to see, because I would really love to see you back here again another day for another cocktail. There's never an end to cocktails. There are so many cocktails. We can just keep going on this journey, and I intend to. So in the meantime, until I see you again, take care. Take care of yourself. Take care of people around you. And until I do see you again, cheers. Whoops, I better switch things off. Sorry. Whew. Like I'm totally finished, and you can watch stuff at whatever volume you like. Oh, that was the end of the whole series. Yeah. Oh, okay. Camera back down here. Settle down. I won't do that again. We'll just talk. Ladyship of expletives. What were you too late for? To see me making a cocktail? Party. You like the camera up the nose, Shieldsy? What are you doing? I'm back. And I fucking love these boozy drinks. Seriously. It's just an all alcohol drink. That chocolate whiskey has completely disappeared in here. They've just balanced really well. The strongest flavor is actually probably the sweet vermouth. So, yay, booze. Yep, I didn't put the lid back on my Pichel's Bitters. Yeah, damn that little bit of hair. Seriously. It's like, God damn it. Howdy, by the way, Ladyship of Expletives. Chilling out with a boozy little number here. This is the one, like, no, this again, ASMR time again. More clinking ice. I should have used my clear ice. I thought this would be a somewhat opaque drink, but it's actually really clear and has a really nice red hue to it. Would have looked really good with clear ice. Oh, well. Oh, no, Mega Leech. It's the thing is, with the equal parts, it is really balanced. Choking on Ashes. I don't think I will buy this again. It's not bad, but the only reason I'd buy it again is if I thought it was like friggin' amazing. So I don't think I will buy it again. Who knows? It might grow on me by the time. It'll probably take me a long time to get. Actually, this bottle will be around for months, if not a year. Maybe when it's finished, I'll miss it. Maybe I'll miss it. And I mean, I could try it in another couple of cocktails, like even a simpler one, like a Manhattan. It's just, it's definitely not bad. It is not bad. I might have had higher hopes for it. It's quite pleasant. It's quite easy to drink. It probably smells more of chocolate than it tastes of chocolate, although there's a definite chocolate taste in there. So I know, mate. I'm really interested in finding kind of the best way to show it off. So yeah. What might see something even simpler? Yes, Megaleech, I think that's a good call. If you start having real strong emotions for your booze, might be time to seek help. A Manhattan is even simpler, and that's like 60 mils of whiskey and 30 mils of vermouth. And a perfect Manhattan, you split the sweet and dry. So, or maybe I'll just make it with Maiden Eyes Classic. That might show it off more. I don't know. I want to find how to best show. Maybe even just that with soda. Maybe that with soda on ice. I think whiskey and soda is a really underproof. Fuck me, this drink is good though. Sorry, this is one of those ones where you are going to have to put up with every time I have a sip. I just get reminded, like, man, that's a 9. Fucking View Carré is a fucking 9. Make me another one is what 9 means. Leadership of Expletives, a pumpkin apple shandy. You say it's tastier than it sounds. Yeah, it sounds odd. It sounds odd. I'd love to know what's in a pumpkin apple shandy. If it's beer, I'm not going to make it because I just fucking do not like beer. But often with cocktails that call for either beer or champagne, I just substitute cider, like sparkling cider, like alcoholic cider. Fuck yeah. Oh my God. Oof. Like even only 2 years ago, I think it's like, your palate changes or you can train your palate. I don't know that I would have been really into this drink 2 years ago, but I'm fucking into it now. I'll tell you that. It's fucking great. Yeah, like I never knew I liked brandy till I started making cocktails or drinking cocktails, and I was out for dinner with Mrs. Angry somewhere, and one of the ones on the menu was a sidecar, and I'm like, well, I'll try that as a brandy cocktail. It was fucking great. It was one of my early favorites. So I absolutely just went nuts for it. Yeah, I didn't know I liked brandy until I started making cocktails. And now I know I like brandy and its various derivatives. But yeah, vermouth. I wouldn't have thought I was into vermouth. But even straight, I mean, this one, I've got a few different vermouths in there, and they're all good. But like Maiden Eye's sweet vermouth, it's like, it's really good. It's sweet. And you got that grapey taste. So how do they describe it? What do they put in it? Strawberry gum, sea parsley, wattle seed, river mint, and other native specimens. Joseph Maiden, 1859 to 1925, was a stalwart champion of the eucalypt and the acacia, which grew gold and green across this vast country. He delved deeply and with joy into the oft-neglected wealth of Australian botanical novelty, finding value and beauty where others saw none. A French winemaker, an Australian bartender, Guy Laplure and Sean Byrne. They source leaves, flowers, fruits, herbs, seeds, spices, and roots from the garden of both the old world and the new. Maiden Eye make great fucking products, in short. Never thought I'd be into vermouth. But once you find a good vermouth, it's like, oh no, that's actually good. That is actually good. And this, oof. Fucking hell, man. That is great. Ooh, after this, I think I'll have a little tasty. I've got my clarified Sex on the Beach. Clarified Sex on the Beach. Sex on the Beach video goes live tomorrow. So Fox, you Googled it. Pumpkin apple shandy has apple cider, bourbon, and pumpkin beer. God damn. And still a big question, what is pumpkin beer? I assume that is beer that is brewed with pumpkin in the mash. Because the mash is usually grain when you're making beer. It's like barley, hops, all that sort of shit. So I'm assuming someone, when they were brewing the beer, besides the normal grain and hops and yeast, etc., they've put pumpkin in there as well. Slimmy, you like mango beer? Yes, Ladyship of Expert says it's 12-ounce pumpkin beer, 10-ounce apple cider, 2-ounce bourbon. Ah, I actually love that. You're not a beer fan yourself, so you use pumpkin spice tea. That's nice. That's fucking nice. Oh, God, you know what? And as soon as you said that, I'm going like, oh, man, a big thing like that, make a punch, milk punch. Oh, God, you're coughing up your lungs. Do you have a cold or what is it? All those really heavily flavored novelty boutique beers at the moment. I don't know if beer lovers love them or hate them. I expect they hate them because they're all these fruity flavors and oh my God. I'm almost disappointed that this drink. I don't want to drink too much. I mean, it helps that I'm only working from home and I don't have to commute tomorrow. But I don't want to get fucked up tonight. Maybe get fucked up tomorrow night. Not as much as last week. Oh my God, when I drank, and I know the mistake I made last week. This is actually, that's like 3 drinks. And I treated it as 1 drink twice. I had 2 of these milk clarified things, and rather than cautiously just measuring them into my thing, I just poured the whole fucking thing into that big double rocks glass because it will hold it, because it holds a fucking lot. And it fucking snuck up on me. I drank way too much. The fact that I was fucking wasted by midnight, and normally those Friday night ones go to like 2 a.m. It's like, what the fuck? Well, I'm going in for my sleep test on Monday. Maybe I shouldn't drink too much on Saturday night. Jesus. Salim, you like mango beer? It's from Perth. It's pricey, but worth it. Stella like Matzo's mango beer, but can only have one. Very rich, prefer ginger beer. Nice. Like Fox said, you don't cough up your lungs, you need them, but Ladyship's trying to escape them. That's fair. So there's a Belgian beer garden in Perth that sells a cherry beer. Again, very good, but very rich. Can only drink one midi. Choke on an ashes, you like banana bread beer. Not a boutique beer, you think it's Jamaican. Sounds nice. Megaleech, the sleep test is going to be on Monday night, and same as last time when I thought it was going to be on a Friday night, I'm going to take my phone in with me, and if I have a private room, if I'm not going to be disturbing other people and it's not going to piss off the hospital too much, I am going to take my phone in and like live stream it. And it also might be mildly funny if I leave the phone and the stream running while I sleep, and then there'll be this weird fucking video on YouTube of me sleeping. Creepy. So if it's possible to live stream my sleep test, I will. Might not be possible. Might not be a thing that can be managed. That was a fun typo, Silumi. You like the mango beer, but you can easily drink 304. Oh, whoops, 3 or 4. Yeah, Fox, the sleep test is for sleep apnea. It's really just going to measure the degree to which I have sleep apnea, because I definitely have it. So I'm going to have all these fucking electrodes stuck over me. And it's like, sleep normally. And all this shit all over you. And I'm hoping to at least post a little video and say, look at me. I look weird. Oh, there you go. Stella Matzos is from Broome, up north. I'd love to go. Actually, I'd love to do the coast all around. I've done the Victorian coast around to Adelaide, but then I'd love to do, because a friend of mine did the coast from Adelaide all the way around West Australia. I'd love to just follow the coast around and all the way up to Broome. That would be great, I think. I think this ties into one of us winning lotto and having the tour bus that's going to all the distilleries. We'll see what happens. Fox, your mum had the sleep apnea test. Yeah. Yeah, when I had my probes, because I had the what turned out to be a false positive on the bowel cancer screening test, the anaesthetist, when he was asking me questions, he said, like, do you have any sleep apnea? And I'm saying it's never been tested, but from what my partner tells me, yes. He said, okay, and he was paying attention. And he said after the thing, like, yeah, you do, because I was monitoring you, and you definitely do. And he recommended the sleep test, which is now finally happening. So, see, I drank all of that in one go, and I'm just going to have a little bit before bedtime, because I haven't tasted this one yet. See, I had a little bit, as opposed to last Friday night where I had all of that and treated it like one drink, and then I did it a second time. That was my mistake, as Split Ends said so famously. Yeah, Megaleech, I had the spit roast. One on each end. One down the throat, one up the butt. And so, yeah, this sleep test is basically measure the degree to which I have sleep apnea, and then they can recommend a treatment, which, is probably a fucking CPAP machine. So I'd love to be able to sleep on my back again. That's so comfortable. That's how I like to drift off, on my back. But as soon as I relax, it's like, and it even wakes me up, let alone Mrs. Angry. So CPAP machine, being able to sleep on my back, be fucking great. Leadership of experts. You want SL doctors to give you antibiotics? No. Oh, I didn't know you were in Florida. You've probably told me that before. Oh man, you're in our Queensland, Florida. Jesus. Oh my God, that's good. That's so sweet. What was in the sex on the beach? It was a bunch of juice, peach liqueur, rum. I put in it, and just to make up numbers, I also put in this one liquor 43, which is a Spanish liqueur that's like vanilla and spices, vanilla, honey, and spices. This is so fucking sweet. It's really nice. Mm. Oh man, it's actually reasonably complex. There's a bunch going on in this. This is good. This is good. I'm gonna drink more of that tomorrow. Oh, okay. That's why I didn't know you were in Florida. You only got there a week. You left Kentucky and in Florida now. Been there about a week. Ah, okay. Sticking with the South though. You like the South apparently. Good for you. This is what the view carré I had earlier was like a tribute to Abigail. Lovely to see you. Hello. Mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. No, that's fucking good. That's okay. I made that a couple of days ago for a video. So yeah, I mean, I'm sure I've said this before, but I make the videos, the cocktail videos to camera, which I'm usually doing on a live stream. But then for the edited video on YouTube, it's nice to have a close up. I do slow mo close ups of splashing the boozes into the mixing receptacle, and I normally do those close ups on a different day to when I do the stuff to camera. And so and I'm normally doing it in the middle of the day. And it's like, you may be shocked to learn this. I usually don't want to drink cocktails in the middle of the day. So going, I'll just milk clarify that and save it. I'll drink it on one of the live streams. And that's what I'm doing now. Oh, you're actually a northerner, ladyship? Oh, Jesus. The heat and humidity in fucking Florida must be killing you. Megalich, use clear ice to drink a clarified one. Yes, clarified ones are just made for clear ice. I think, what am I going to make tomorrow? Oh, okay. I've decided I'm going to do the Mandarin sidecar and milk clarify it because I'm really interested in what color it'll come out, how orange it will be. It's just going to be yellow, actually. But I'm definitely going to do that on clear ice because that will look cool. I'll do the milk clarification during the day, probably before the live stream. And then I hate to shatter illusions, but sometimes I fake stuff on videos. So I'll do something to camera where I pretend I'm making the cocktail, but I won't actually, and I will have shot the stuff going in separately, and then I'll go, and here it is. Oh, that's dark. I love that, ladyship. Go to Florida or kill your abusive father, so choose not going to go. Well, so get your abusive father to follow you to Florida and then feed him to fucking gators, honestly. Stella, sorry, Abigail, you're having trouble trying to organize dates with someone who's chronically busy. Yeah. Yes, Mega Leech. In fact, I might, because I've made the view carré, so I still need to shoot the close-ups. I might do that tomorrow as well, and then I'll have a milk clarified view carré. Oh, Abigail, you're at a Fringe show. What's that like? Speaking of people on the Fringe, Kirsten saying hello, Hellion hello to the Ratbags and Rapscallions of the live stream. So tomorrow on the stream, I'm going to shoot the video. for the Mando sidecar, and what was the other? Oh, Tequila Mockingbird. Fucking can't miss that. Harper Lee's birthday is the perfect excuse to make it Tequila Mockingbird because I love puns so much. I love puns. And so the pun of a Tequila Mockingbird is just fucking great. For those wondering, a Tequila Mockingbird is tequila, green creme de menthe, lime juice, and sugar syrup. Love, and actually mint. So that's like a minty margarita. A margarita, you'd normally go tequila, orange liqueur, and lime juice, and maybe sugar syrup. And this is tequila and creme de menthe. It's like a minty margarita. I'm actually looking forward to making that one. Be a great color too. Ladies, your old channel name used to talk to me on was Tequila Crackhead. I do remember that channel name, actually. Thank you for popping in, Kirsten and Abigail. Come in for the last 15 minutes, which is nice. Abigail's dating a polyamorous extrovert. Yes, logistically difficult. I could see that coming. When you're a cringy teen. It was a fun name. I remember that one, Tequila Crackhead. It was fun. If you don't do cringe stuff as a teenager, what's the point? I'll always come back to, I fucking dressed up as Hitler for my muck-up day at school. If you don't do cringy shit as teenagers, I feel like you're not doing it right. Because it's like teenagers when you're trying to assert your individuality and you're sure you know the answer to everyone, and you just say, James, I haven't seen you pop up for a while. Least favorite bar in Melbourne. See, if I don't like a place, I'm never going back. Like the casino or something. I don't know. It's just like I'm not fond of big, loud places, like the big suburban places. Huge places that are really loud, I don't like. There's no place I'd single out and say is my least favorite, but generally I don't like places that are huge and loud. Not at all. Your ladyship, you're still the queen of cringe. We're all cringe here, quite honestly. Embrace the cringe. I like that. Abigail, your polyamorous pal has an extroverted boyfriend, takes the pressure off you, and you're friends with him, so that's all good. That is an excellent balancing factor. That works out well, in fact. So that's a good thing. Man, okay, I had some good drinks tonight. Look, and I've got to be completely honest. Maybe my hopes for the chocolate whiskey were too high, and maybe I'll just come to accept it. But it's not fantastic. It's not bad at all, but it's not fantastic. And I probably similar. I probably was hoping for it to be really good. So by itself, it's perfectly fine, but doesn't set me on fire. Putting it in a Vieux Carré, it really quite disappeared into the Vieux Carré. I think I'll try it with I always like to do a sort of starter cocktail. I might do a Manhattan with that tomorrow as a starter drink. See what that's like. Ladies, you punch with ice cream. Oh, damn. I've got so much stuff that's the fruit liqueurs. I've got like 6 or 7 just fucking great fruit liqueurs that you could just pour over ice cream. They're fucking great. James, the bog standard Bundaberg Red is crap, but Bundaberg actually makes some good rums. But you're absolutely right. The bog standard Bundy is crap. I wish the cat would understand you need more alone time than she does clingy cats. Because still a kitten wants attention. Locust Trooper, hello, by the way. You went to help your friend today? Get his medical cert done? Oh, no, Centrelink sucks balls, man. Centrelink fucking sucks balls. And the way people with health issues or disabilities are treated is fucking bullshit. Yeah. No. Centrelink fucking sucks balls. It's class warfare, man. Fox used to do Bundy as a go-to. Yeah, look, it's a workhorse rum, and it's not very subtle. And so I've got 10 rums over there. One of them's a Bundaberg 12-year-old dark. So Bundaberg make good rums. Ooh, nice, Kirsten. Whiskey tasting, 7 drams at 50% ABV or above. God damn. Yes, in case you missed it, Kirsten, I got my chocolate whiskey today from Ancient Wisdom, and it's not bad, but I was probably hoping for it to be great, and it's not great. But sometime in the next week, I'll get my Archie Rose single malt, and I'll get myself drunk at the live stream doing a taste test. I'll do a taste comparison with my high-end whiskeys. Pit Archie Rose single malt against some of my other high-end whiskeys. Oh my God. Sorry, I just saw that person so hungover this morning. You're a 38-year-old and a 30-year-old Scotch. Wowzers. That's full on. Oh my God. She's like, next time you're in Melbourne, Kirsten, we probably have to go to a whiskey bar, because there's a couple good whiskey bars in Melbourne. And I think Nettie and Abigail are up for it as well. Yes, Fox, good point. Kirsten's actually drinking scotches that are older to her. James, I haven't had the Gosling's Black. I know a lot of people talk about it. I haven't had it. Locust Trooper, going to do a TED Talk. Tell the world, oh, dude, if you could get to the world about how fucked up some of the human rights issues in this country are, you're a ledge. That would be good. Kirsten, you were younger than one of the Scotches, younger than the 38-year-old. Oh my God, that's fucking great. Okay, that's almost now made it a quest for me. I have to find a whiskey that's older than me and have a dram. Which wouldn't be that hard. It would just be quite pricey. So I need an older than 55-year-old whiskey. I'm sure someone's got one. One of the whiskey bars in Melbourne has a really aged Scotch that's more than 55 years old. Oh my God. Ladyship, a hot toddy for your throat sounds like an excellent thing. Kirsten, Abigail's asking, what's a dram? Is a dram a specific measure, or is it just a drink? Oh, Locust Trooper. Okay, how the government treats disabled people, Indigenous people, queer people, refugees, any minority. And that's Labor as well as the LNP. Labor don't get a free fucking pass on this shit. Labor are fucking shitty. Not giving them a free pass. Okay, because a dram is a wanky term for a measure of whiskey. So what is a dram? Is it 30 mils or 50 mils, or is it a specific thing, or does it just mean having a drink? Oh. Okay. Oh, yeah, it's 10 o'clock. God damn. Thought I was thinking it was still a while to go. But it's 10 o'clock. I'm going to go to bed, a couple of drinks, but I haven't got shit-faced, but certainly wouldn't want to drive a car at the moment. So, Kirsten, you think technically a dram might be 15 or 20 mils. Okay. But yeah, dram's a drink. And in fact, okay, just before going, I'm going to Google what is a dram. What's a dram? Depends who's pouring. TheWhiskeyWash.com says, delightful term emanates from Scotland, where it's used to refer to a single serving of whiskey. How big is a serving? Depends on who's pouring. In practice, there's no firm definition of a dram. It can be truly a wee dram, nothing more than a light splash of whiskey to lift the spirits, or it can be a hearty serving, a double glug of something special to anchor after dinner conversation. Definition of dram is in Scotland, if you order a dram of whiskey at a pub, you'll get a 25 milliliter pour or a 35 millimeter pour. That's interesting. So it's a very, very imprecise term. Thank you, Raiders. You found a 55-year-old whiskey that was $28,000 US. Maybe I won't drink that. Maybe I won't. Oof, ladyship having trouble with the IRS. Tax departments. Oh, holy shit. If a tax department gets after you, that's a fucking nightmare. Well, I hope you sorted it out. I'm going to go to bed because it's after 10. But, you know, tomorrow night, party night. Good luck with your book, Locust Trooper. The bullshit needs to be exposed. But I'm going to go to bed and maybe we have a party tomorrow night. What am I going to make tomorrow night? Going to make the orange sidecar. Going to make tequila mockingbird. I'm going to give the chocolate whiskey another run. I might make a Manhattan with it and see what that tastes like. Take care, one and all. It'd be fun to see you tomorrow night for party night. But whatever you do, take care.